You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo coming at you with another video. We're going to do the response that Cortez and his wife had back on Weapon X to address the claims. So let's see what the Weapon X address. Without further ado, let's get to it.
Like if I wanted someone to do a facial, I'm going to go to a licensed esthetician.
Right.
But before I get her services, I'm going to verify that she does have an active license in that state.
Okay, so
there it is. Journeyman license, Aaron Salon, plumbing, gas, filter. Note, state is covered. Dot safety. Expiration date confirmed. 2027. So let's get to it. Even though Arizona is a blue state, however, they do protect people information in certain states. Arizona happened to be one of those states that if you're trying to look up for information on somebody, they are not supposed to tell you what's going on because the person could get in trouble. And also, certain companies in Arizona do not put out certain people's information that work for that business. Also, in the state of Florida does that. And also in the state of Texas does that. See, a lot of you folks in these other states don't know that. I've been to Arizona. I stayed there for a while chilling. I stayed in New Mexico for a while chilling. I know exactly what I'm talking about. They do things differently than what they do in New York, New Jersey, all these other northern states, you name it. Companies are not allowed to release certain information to the public in certain states. You need to do your research before you pop your guns. So he's just showing proof that he does plumbing, gas filter, and he has shown in his Instagram he does it. So I wouldn't say he lied about doing that. Now the women's situation is obvious that he followed the specific X. He admitted that on MTR's channel. And here's the crazy thing. Everybody act like they have a perfect life on the internet. That's neither here or there. Let's get to what's going on. Let's go.
You see what that says?
journeyman license, Aaron
Journeyman.
Sloan.
Hello.
What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Kites here with my lovely wife. It's just Alex.
What's up, people?
And we are also here once again with the legendary Weapon X, aka Aaron.
Hey, you just did me a favor by tapping in, man. We're doing a reaction video, and we're going to clear up all the allegations once again, man. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir. So to give you guys context, MTR did an interview with my boy Aaron, and Alvin Preach had also dropped some stuff that MTR kind of backed out from, and now MTR feels like he's been scammed. The sad reality is they did not give him the benefit of the doubt to provide evidence for what they were claiming. So Aaron's gonna watch this video, and whatever legally he can disprove, he gonna disprove right now, right?
And
But
I'm going to say this much. Please do not have selective hearing. Listen closely and make your analysis based on that.
right. So we're gonna jump right into it. Also, I already know before we even do this, there's gonna be 50, 60, 70 of you in the comments screaming about, where's the ex? Talk to the ex. Why is the ex not here? Listen, Aaron has already initiated that he would be down to do a one-on-one interview with us moderating it with her. We have reached out to her. We're giving her the appropriate space because at the end of the day, we don't want to force somebody to do something they don't want to do. So
I agree with that estimate. You can't force people to do things they don't want to do. Now, the legalization is he has to be mindful of what he show and what he can't show. Because like I stated, he is in a legal situation. Something came up, and I'm going to leave it at that. And that's what he has to deal with. Other than that, let's hear what they say.
Aaron has reached out. We have reached out. If the ex wants to do her interview, we will give her the respected space to do so. But do not spam it in here. We already got that covered. We already got y'all. But anyway, that's enough talking. We're going to jump straight into it. So this is the MTR. He dropped a video called The Balloon Guy Lied to Me. So let's find out. Let's look at it.
A serious update in the story regarding the Pop the Balloon guy. After I asked him to provide receipts to prove that he lost his job, he got mad at me, and I'm going to show you that. Before that, let's get into his GoFundMe. Now, mind you, this GoFundMe is how I came across this story. The Pop the Balloon story is something that happened a couple of weeks ago. What made it viral was him informing people on his Instagram, him uploading this GoFundMe saying that he was fired from his workplace because of 500 people called in because they were mad at the results of the show. They were mad at his demeanor on the show. You can see right here, right in the GoFundMe, it says, I was fired from work today due to these videos. Today was honestly the first time that I cried in a while. Getting my license in plumbing was the biggest life accomplishment. It took years of hard work, studying, and praying. And then he also added some things in here about who he provides free plumbing services to. And then he goes to say what he's going to do with the funds. He's saying humanitarian work. And then maybe he wants to become a content creator because now his ability to work is compromised. After I got wind of this, I did an initial reaction to it where I focused.
Right there?
Yes, sir.
Now, when I say my ability to work has been compromised, it certainly has been compromised due to people delving into my life history, you know, what I did in the past so deep. This situation has went global. People and let me repeat that again, global. People from all over different countries have seen this, right? You guys have been looking into my background. Now, a company hiring me is what you fail to understand can be the make or break of a company. You guys are painting me out to be this violent man, this narcissist, this sociopath, all these things, right? If a company did hire me, their whole company can go straight to shit because they hired somebody that, you know, society does not approve of. Now, can we continue on?
Yes, sir.
Just on the basic premise of, was his behavior on the show indicative of them getting fired? But again, I would have not known about this unless he told people and convinced us all that he got fired. But because, and I've said this multiple times before on multiple different videos, including the live streams that I did, because he has not showed hard receipts or proof of being fired, I never told anybody to go and donate to the young brother. So I tried to reach out to this brother because I wanted to receive proof of that he was let go and the reason that he was let go. And because he was unable to reach out to me in the time that I reached out to him, I'm not going to leave a link to this in the description, but you guys saw his Instagram handle. If you want to go over there, take a look at his page and support him, that's 100% on you. It's just for me personally, in order to be able to link and to promote a GoFundMe, I have to see hard proof. I for damn sure don't want to be on the receiving end of another brickface incident, a person lying. I'm not saying that he's a liar, but I like to do further due diligence in the research before I put my stamp of approval on something. But I hope he gets back to me soon. I'd love to be able to have an interview with him, you know, so we can get additional context into what kind of happened maybe before or after the show.
Okay. So hearing that, do you think that's a fair thing for him to say about donating if he's going to donate to a cause, he wants to, you know, make sure it's legit and all that.
Yes, I believe, you know, what he said is fair thus far.
Okay, got you.
Which kind of went into his particular response. What I did do is, in an attempt to humanize him and to find out more about his stories, I did a 5-hour live stream with him to donate. Also, too, and because I said this in one of my videos, but what proof do you have that you were actually let go? And I'm asking because we've been scammed in the past. There's been people in the past that have Brickface. I just keep talking about her. Set up GoFundMe, and she's allegedly a liar. She's right. She's facing a felony count for lying right now. Do you have any proof to demonstrate fired?
Yes. Now I will have some. Give me a few more days. What's today? Friday. Yeah. Give me a few days sometime next week because we are negotiating.
With GoFundMe? Oh, negotiating with the workplace.
Yes. Negotiations are being made because
Now,
they see the social media.
Press pause here?
Yes, sir.
Now, like I told this man, okay, we are negotiating severance pay. Okay. If you know anything about severance pay, there are contracts, there are things that I would have to abide by in order for me to get a lump sum of money.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
I will be in dire need of this money if I'm unable to plumb. The man wants me to put out these documents. Let me consult an attorney first.
Okay.
I'm not going to put out this document and you already showing me you're not trustworthy because look how you turned your back on me in 24 hours. He was upset that I was unable to give him this documentation without consulting an attorney in a timely fashion.
Now that does make sense. And the reason
He
why
would like.
Okay.
the reason why that makes sense is because if you negotiate in a buyout, you don't want to show anything and it could make it harder for you to get the buyout. So he's been with them for a certain time. So they let him go, yet they have to do a buyout because of a contract. Listen, I done government contract, and there are stipulations to buyouts. If they want to get rid of you because you're not performing at a certain level. So I do agree with him, especially in that state of Arizona. See, you got folks from other states don't know too much about the South, how the South really runs for the most part. And so me being in Arizona and New Mexico for a certain amount of time, I picked up on things here and there, talked to certain people, establishments and stuff like that. And I can tell you that's why he didn't show the receipt. When he gets the buyout, he should show the receipt on his Instagram when the buyout and he gets the money. That's why it's taking long. He wants to get the buyout. He can't depend on everybody else. Now, with the GoFundMe situation, the chick called the GoFundMe and had the thing froze. It is what it is. She said she did it off the jump. She found out from various people that talked about it. Probably people I don't rock with no more talk about it because I don't watch their channel. They probably talk about it. It wouldn't surprise me. So my point is, this right here could be the case. Let's continue to hear this.
Okay. Let's continue.
Media attention and they are frightened. So
Okay.
That's all I can say is say that much.
Okay, well, when you get that update, let me know, and I'll do everything in my power to make sure that my audience knows as well as within the GoFundMe. I think you can update it and you can show other pictures or proof or something like that. But I know that that's a concern for folks as well. What I've come to find out is that there were so many lies told to me.
With the update, I don't know if I'm at liberty to discuss this, legally, but you know, I have, I don't know if I can say, I have shown, you know, some sort of documentation that can be confirmed something is in the works.
Okay. And that's with the alleged company that you're going in that dispute with. Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And because you're saying because you have this open case with them, there's things you can't say because is there like a repercussion they will put on you for saying?
I'm saying I have a contract, okay?
Okay.
I don't know all of I'm not an expert at law.
Okay.
So I need to go to an expert at law so I'm not getting sued for putting up some type of documentation, trying to, you know, prove myself to anything or anything of that nature. They don't care about any consequences I'm going to face. All they're caring about is creating content for their platform. His main concern was, oh, you know, people are disapproving of what I said now, and people don't like this and that. Not, oh, who cares if he gets sued and lose everything he has? Who cares, you know, moving forward? We just want to know.
Okay, so that's what you meant by the facing the consequences is repercussion from the job.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Because there is an attorney involved.
Okay. I get what you're saying. All right, let's keep it going.
But this guy had everybody convinced that he got fired, right? Well,
I'm going to say this. A lot of you think he's lying. Okay. My thing is this. If you think he's lying, put a 1 in the chat. If you think he's lying, put a 1 in the chat. Because that place, Arizona and New Mexico, I've been there. I've done my research. And I can tell you that he's not lying. They're not supposed to release certain information. If you work for particular companies in the South, particularly Arizona, Texas, Florida, certain fractions, you're not allowed to say what you do, and they are not allowed to put your information out there. That is part of the deal. So I do believe he worked for a certain plumbing license for certain fractions. And part of that negotiation is they're not to put his name on there. And whatever dealings they got going on, they got going on. That's why whoever this chick is said his name is not on there. There's a lot of people named not on the list. Because y'all so used to regular stuff, you don't know how the money moves behind the money you get. Let me say that again. You guys and ladies don't know how the money moves, only the money you get. You don't know what's behind the money. You don't know. You really don't know. And so he is negotiating a buyout. There's a lot of people that work for high places that if they get caught up in some stuff on their own, they have to negotiate for that person. That's why he's not letting it out. Because if he let it out and everybody talks about it, guess what? Now he has to deal with them, and it's not going to be pretty. Is y'all going to help him out? No, you're not going to help him out. You're not going to help him out. Now with this GoFundMe, the chick got him to where he can't get the GoFundMe. Now, with him celebrating his birthday, he already had that in the plans. He's throwing money. How many of you was throwing money to chicks? How many of you was throwing money to people that did you wrong? So by him throwing money to people in the club, it's one thing. Everybody's talking about it. Why he throwing money to these people? Y'all be throwing money to people you don't even like. Y'all be throwing money to people that don't even want you in their store. Okay? They just tolerate you. That's him doing that. That's him doing that. You act like you don't spend money with people you can't stand. You go places that you don't even like. If he wanted to spend crazy, that's him. Some people spend money to get their mind off what's going on. It is what it is. Some people save for a rainy day. Some people just spend to get their thoughts off. At least he's not hurting nobody. He's not hurting nobody. He's not doing what he used to do. It is what it is. With this GoFundMe, everybody has every right to question it because of the brick lady and all these other people. I do agree with that. At the same time, stop telling people how they spend their money when you spending your money on things that people don't agree with you spending your money on. This is the crazy part with this YouTube, man. I'm telling you, you can't make this up.
In an attempt to continue to support the young brother, I actually talked to him this morning and asked him, when are you going to provide us a receipt? Because I'd love to be able to show. And I think the quicker that you provide receipts, the quicker that GoFundMe, who has locked his account, he is unable to get this money out of his account right now, would open it. In fact, let's go through the DM conversations right now. So yesterday, last night, Sunday at 9:02 p.m., he called.
That's the biggest mistake MTR did. MTR showing receipts behind the scenes. You can't trust people on the internet. You can't trust people on the internet. I'm telling you, you can't trust people on the internet these days. The minute they don't get their way with you, they're going to show all receipts, all documents being messy. That's why I said Black YouTube is messy. If you did not believe in this guy, why would you show this? Man, bro, this is crazy. MTR, just hold the L and that's it, man. For you to show back receipts of private messages like this, that's crazy.
Out of nowhere. I missed that call. Notifications on my Instagram are obviously off. I only see things when I actually check my Instagram. He called me. I didn't see it. He said, damn, bro, that's crazy, man. You got me looking insane now and painted me out the wrong way. And I'm thinking to myself, when I finally saw this, I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean painted you out the wrong way? I've been going above and beyond to let you recount your story. I hold you accountable when you say weird things like tracking the woman in the car or, when you're throwing money in the club.
Let's pause right there.
Okay.
Tracking a woman in the car. That's weird. At first, it was, I understand how it's weird to make your content better. It's weird that a woman manipulated me into believing that, she was being faithful to me and she was sleeping with somebody. And yeah, I want to find out. Who wouldn't want to find out that their significant other is not being faithful to them, regardless of how I did it? Love make you do crazy things at times. Some people fall in love at first sight. It don't matter if it was 30 days, 40 days, however long the case may be. Love make you do crazy things sometimes. Was it okay? No. Would I do it again? No. I learned a valuable lesson from it.
Okay.
And I learned a valuable lesson from it. So we can continue on.
One thing I want to note, when I was watching this the first time, there was a guy in the comments, and if somebody could find the guy, he had said, if leaving the phone and tracking is considered weird, why is it that we can do stuff like hire private investigators, use all these little different resources like Catch a Cheater and all these things, or have YouTube channels exposing people for cheating by setting up fake sting operations and all that? But
that does go on. Cortez is right. There is a lot of sting operations going on with people getting caught cheating. People are doing views for that. Yep. That's on YouTube. and it's people paying content creators to do sting operations on their loved ones, supposedly somebody they with. That does go on, and they pay anywhere from 10 to 20 to 30,000. They pay. Listen, if the opposite sex or blink blink, meaning the same sex going with each other, we're gonna call blink blink, blink blink, meaning the it culture. You got people paying 10 bands, 20 bands, 30 bands to content creators that's doing this content, paying them. These content creators is not doing it for free. They getting from 10 racks to 30 racks, okay? Putting their lives at risk, putting their homies at risk to see if somebody else is cheating. That stuff do go on, okay, on this internet. You got private investigator YouTubers who are not really a private investigators, don't have no license to do it, yet YouTube allow it to go on these channels. Let's go.
But then him leaving his spare phone in her car to see where she's at, that's where we deem it as completely unacceptable. And so I saw that comment. I was like, that is a fair point, because look at there's a channel, UDY. UDY is all about catching cheaters and gold diggers, but they basically set up like sting operations to catch cheaters. So, but those are glorified. But if a man does it, then now it's demonized. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that I'm supporting what you did, so I don't want people to misinterpret that. But I do feel like that is a good something that needs to be addressed. Why is it that we allow TV shows and stuff to do this, but then we get super upset when we see somebody do it? You know, not saying that UDY is a TV show, shout out to them, I guess, but they're not professional, like they're not licensed professional investigators, but they do these things.
Yeah, there's a lot of content creators that do investigations that I don't deal with no more. They do it. You got a lot of these investigators on YouTube right now. You have somebody that wanted to know about my pay stubs, telling a chick that I used to deal with about my pay stubs. She didn't know because I was smart enough not to tell her. Listen, I was smart enough not to tell her what type of business I did, because she would have told the individual what type of business I did, how much I made, and all that. When the individual saw me, could have asked me to my fucking face. He ain't had time to tell it to my goddamn face, yet he had time to tell his audience, his large audience, on his goddamn platform. Let's continue.
So it's kind of like that's something that was on my mind. So, you know, I get it though.
Have these conversations, but what you tell to me is you're trying to be better. These are in private conversations. You're trying to be better. You're trying to learn. You're looking for advice. You're looking for mentorship. There is nothing that I've done up to this point.
Pause. I never asked this man for no mentorship. I have some highly intelligent brothers that I interact with, you know, on a weekly basis, that I have a brotherhood with. I never asked this man for no mentorship, but yes, I am certainly trying to get better. You know, I embrace that perpetual cycle of learning and developing new skills and trying to be a better person day in and day out. That's what I'm thriving to do.
Okay.
So, yeah, we can continue.
Got you.
That demonstrates me attempting to make you look crazy. It sounds more like someone biting the hand that is giving them a platform. He follows up and he says, man, bro, this got me stressing hard. Man, I thought you was my friend. I wrote this morning, just woke up, hit me when you get this. I then follow a reply to one of his messages about him stressing. And I'm like, not sure what you're talking about.
Let's stop right here before we go any further.
Okay.
I told the man I was stressing hard because, can we pull up YouTube, please? Can I tell? I want to know. I thought this man was my friend. Let's go to YouTube and let's look at the thumbnail or the highlight of his YouTube video of how he portrays me.
Okay.
After we had a 5-hour conversation Look what the man says. What does he say? I was a violent man.
Right. Hold on real quick.
He admits to
I'm gonna pull them up, all of these, so you can that way the audience can see it.
We spent 5 hours talking about all type of prolific things.
Okay.
And the man highlights the negativity. Out of everything, that's what you highlight. I told you, bro, I almost broke down on your stream. I opened up to the world. Man, I took a breath of fresh air when I was done talking to this man because I felt relieved that I finally, yes, I told the truth. You know, I didn't want to.
I do agree with that. I agree with that, Big Mac. I agree with that. I know who you are. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. That's true. That's true. You can't be friends with anyone on YouTube. That's a big no-no. And never trust anyone on YouTube either. Meaning get with any chick on YouTube for the most part. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Especially these quote-unquote women's in the Bible book. They're the worst of, listen, they're the worst of anything. Okay? So, yeah. Guys, let me say this to you. What you're going to learn from this situation with Weapon X, you don't tell your personal information to any woman in the future. I don't care if she cleans and cooks, she do whatever. Certain things you don't tell her. It's none of her business. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy.
Put that out there. It is embarrassing because I didn't want to make myself look like a creep. I didn't want to make myself look like a simp, but it is what it is, man. I was in love, you know, that's what it is. But look how the man portrayed me in a negative image. You damn right I'm stressing. You damn right I'm stressing, man. I may never, ever do plumbing again because of this, bro. This is the only skill I have. I was not working as no personal trainer. Anybody that knows me would tell you, hundreds of people ask me all the time to train them, but I will not train anybody because I'm too worried about me suffering consequences from things that I did in my street life. I don't know, you know, if these people are trying to pretend they want some fitness and want to do some harm to me. I don't know. So I don't take those type of risks. It's not worth it at all. But you guys are stealing plumbing from me now to the point where I may not even be able to return to my old life. Y'all want me to go back to the streets, man. Y'all want to see me in prison, man. It's crazy, man. And that's what y'all is really pushing me back towards doing.
Right. We don't want that. At the end of the day, I don't want to see anybody go back to that state. So at the end of the day, the reason why me and my wife said we were going to step back from the situation when the ex came forward is because at the end of the day, we don't know you and we don't know your ex. We don't know MTR. We don't know Abba and Preach. So one thing I think is dangerous is us putting our personal input or biases in a situation that we know nothing about. So that's why
you're not putting.
Go ahead.
Not to interrupt you, brother. Mm-hmm. You guys aren't putting. We're just doing a reaction. That's all. That's it. This is just our genuine reaction to everything that's transpiring on the internet. This is nothing we got in the background and hey, we should say this or say no. This is genuine reactions to our video. So in order for us not to get off topic, we're going to return back to the video, but I just wanted to point out the fact that look how the man portrayed me in a 5-hour video of me telling you all my aspirations, my life story, you know, my father's absence, you know, my transition from being a thug to finding God to, you know,
I want to say this. I want to say this to everybody on the internet. You have a lot of people have an issue with Pookie and Ray Ray, right? Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? You holy thou creatures that have an issue with people that did criminology. Who was Christ hanging out with? Who was Christ hanging out with? All you Bible dumpers. All you Bible dumpers. who Christ was hanging out with. Who Christ was hanging out with. Let's get to it. Who Christ was hanging out with, you Bible dumpers. Who Christ was hanging out with? I'm waiting for the answer. Everybody believe in Christ. Everybody believe in Christ, right? All these over religious, holier than thou. I didn't do nothing wrong in my life. I got a clean record. Who was Christ hanging out with? This is how you get these content creators and you put them in a place. Christ was not hanging out with no Pharisees and Sadducees because they have no relationship with God. Christ hung out with people that steal, that kill, that stole, and betrayed people. Why is that? Why did Christ choose to hang out with them? Everybody got a problems with Pookie and Ray Ray. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. Most of the Pookies and Ray Rays are in high government. Some of them are lawmakers. Some of them are officers. And some of them have learned from their mistakes and better productive people than people claim they're productive. I'm telling you that right now. This is the reason why. These people that's not Pookies and Ray Rays, that's not killers, that's not gangsters, are the most busier bodies, and they whole house is so messed up you won't even know. You know they're gonna be upset with Cortez. I guarantee you these holier than thou people are going to be upset with Cortez and his wife. All of you holier than thou, why did Christ choose to hang out with people that did wrong? Why did God allow it? Why did God allow it? Why did the Father of creation allow this? Don't give me your BS. I don't want to see your BS in the comment section. I learned from people that was on point, was not busybodies, they was not gossipers. People that did wrong in their life, they paid their dividends to society, and they have done more for people than people that act like they're holier than thou. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of you religious folks. You holier than thou. You care about these women. You care about society. You full of crap. You care about your own pockets. And if you was to be in his shoes, you're mad he get the woman he got. Here's the crazy part. You talk about you get with who you get with, right? But you want those same women. You dudes want those same women. You wish you had those women he had. But anyway, man, let's continue, man.
Brace and fit all these things I told you. This is what you put. This is what you put on YouTube, so you can get some more content.
Right,
So
and I do.
Live still on there?
Yeah, his live is still there. But I do want to read some of these titles. His latest one, the one we're watching right now, Pop the Balloon Guy lied to me. Pop the Balloon Guy admits to tracking his ex-girlfriend. Pop the Balloon Guy responds to Latina TikTok ex-girlfriend. I was a violent man. Pop the Balloon Guy addresses gang life and not having a father. So I get why he makes his titles like this, because as a content creator, the algorithm has this how do I break it down? It's like a wow factor. It goes, it's like a big system, and it goes, there's certain keywords that they know and identify that this is something that is going to automatically draw people's attention. And so,
Because people like drama.
right, if you notice now, when you look up Pop the Balloon Guy, when they look you up, everybody's putting exposed because it's a drama word and it's a word that they could put. But when I click on a lot of these exposed videos, they're not even bringing up stuff that's exposing you. They're just talking about it. But that's what they're all doing. Now, I can't defend him saying, you know, the Pop the Balloon guy admits to tracking his ex-girlfriend. If people don't know the context of that is kind of a crazy title. The Pop the Balloon guy lied to me, and the thumbnail is your picture you, and it's going scammer. That is kind of, yeah. So
I'm automatically a scammer because I don't know, you know, if this is, again, if I can suffer consequences or not. I'm just automatically a scammer. I did not ask anybody. And if you are paying attention and you've really been doing your investigation work, how you say you've been doing, and you look closely in the comments, man, the people told me to make the GoFundMe. The people told me to have love for me, to have admiration for me, that respect the fact that I'm trying to do something positive with my life after going through so much adversity. I'm still doing something positive. I'm still trying. Despite whatever you see me doing, I'm still trying to do something positive.
Okay. We're going to get back to
getting crucified for it.
We're going to get back to the video, though.
Yep, it just hit me. I'm like, whatever you think could probably just be solved in a quick audio conversation. So we have a audio conversation from 8:27 a.m. to 8:45. Within this conversation, we talk about many different things. But the main thing that I talked about within this conversation is I said, we only know about you and your story due to the GoFundMe, where you said you were fired from the place that you worked. Where did you work? What is the name of the business? What is the name of the company? I need you to provide that information, because if you don't, you scammed on GoFundMe. This is now a legal issue, and I cannot support a liar. I cannot support a thief. I cannot.
He did not say all of that, bro. You're lying. He did not say this is a scam. I cannot support a liar. I cannot support a thief. Bro, you are lying. Like, he did not say all of that. He was just on some, like, he was pressing me too, like, right now, just give me the documents, whoopty whoop. I'm like, bro, I need to talk to an attorney, period. After that, that was it. He said he was going to talk to his platform. I'm like, do whatever you're going to do, because I already knew where it was coming. I already knew when I seen last night, when I said I was stressing, and I've seen those thumbnails that he put up there, this man was not for me. This man was not for me. Regardless of what he said, you know, it could have been a hidden agenda behind this because of me going viral so much. You know, he knew he was going to get a lot of views off of this. But, man, I knew it just wasn't genuine when I seen those thumbnails. But we could keep it rolling.
Okay.
Not support a scammer. Send that to me. His response to me was, okay, sure, we'll do. I said, okay, the coast is clear. Everything is fine. He's about to send it to me, all right? So over an hour later, over 2 hours later, no response. And I said to him, just in the text message, what's the name of the place that fired you? Here was his response.
Pause. He said after an hour or two from no response, then I asked, what's the name of that place that fired you? Where's that message at? Where's that message after an hour or two that went by? Where's that message that you said that at? Come on now, man. That don't even make no sense. He did not say that. The last thing that was discussed on the phone was he was gonna go to his platform or whatever. Oh no, that may be the message afterwards. I might be going a little too far ahead.
It's all good. We got to understand. This is a blind reaction, so it's not like you've had time to look over this. I was gonna correct you and say like, hey, I think he's referring to this one, but no, I get what you're saying. So this is in fact the message. This is the message he's referring to. He's saying that 2 hours after the call, so he called you at 8:45, and then at 10:58 he reached back out to you and asked what was the name of the place you're fired, and it seems like you responded to it. So we're gonna play it and see what you responded. All right.
Apparently, he changed his tune out of nowhere. I wonder why. I'm not doing nothing until I talk to my attorney. I told you that already. And this was the point of the conversation that I took a step back. I looked at the DM message and I said to myself, I might have been bamboozled. Although I had enough discernment not to donate, and I did not do enough research into his claims to give him a platform to speak about any damn thing. And
Well, you already made your money, MTR. You made your money. You got the views. You got the money coming in. So you're not really too concerned about him and his well-being for the get-go. You just saw an opportunity because Cortez got the interview first, respectfully. And what you did was you watch other content creators, people I don't talk to no more, people I don't deal with, probably talking about this too. And you regurgitate what they say. It wouldn't surprise me. You did that, MTR. And you're probably watching this too, or somebody of your clique is watching. My thing is this, man. Dude, you wanted this interview. You wanted the numbers. You needed the money. You got the money. You wasn't going to help this guy. Everybody could see through the BS. He could even see it. Let's continue.
Okay, so I want to ask this because I don't know what was in that audio call. In the audio call, did you at any point tell him you were going to give the information after you spoke to an attorney?
No.
Okay, so at any point,
And like I said, when I did the first interview with him, I said that Friday, I said, give me a couple days, to figure. It's just the weekend just went by. It's day one, Monday. Let me figure this out. Let me consult an attorney, see what I can conceal. See what I have to conceal and see what I can reveal. I don't know if these companies can come back and sue me. I don't know what kind of repercussions I may face. Does he care about that? No.
Okay.
So automatically,
not only he don't care about it, ain't nobody gonna care about it on the internet. Nobody's gonna care about it. The thing is, whoever supported your GoFundMe, those are the people you got to deal with. If you go about it the wrong way, you got to deal with those people, Weaponettes. The Cash App is one thing. They did that because they wanted to do that for various reasons. As you know that, Weaponettes. The GoFundMe, if you don't do what you say you're going to do with the GoFundMe, however it's going to be, you're going to have to deal with those people. However, the people on the internet, they don't care about you. Okay? It's a business at the end of the day. Everybody is making, majority of these content creators, whether they get less views, high views, they all making money. They're making money off this. You're the money time right now. And you're going to realize that being on messy YouTube, everybody's going to talk about you, good or bad. At the end of the day, when they get off this internet, they make a few dollars off your name. It is what it is. They go back to business as usual. You be not talk about after a week or two, somebody else next month they're going to talk about. That's just what it is with messy YouTube. Black messy YouTube.
Right? Because I tell you, I need to consult an attorney for my best interest. Something that's not in your best interest, that automatically means I'm a scammer. I scammed everyone. Come on, man.
Let's get back to it.
I own it. I take accountability for that. No excuses. Okay. Well, I wish you the best, I said. My credibility is now in question because of lack of proof / receipts. I'm gonna go live in the next couple of hours to discuss this with my audience. Take care. You like that message? You just worried about making content, not worried about the consequences I may face. You may face. What are you talking about? What consequences besides that you lied? Potentially, allegedly. I mean, I really don't know at this point. All you got to do is provide the receipts, baby. That's it. This whole shit would just go away. You get
pause. Oh, do you see again? All you got to do is provide the receipts. That's all we need. That's all we need. That's all you care about. That's all you care about is it. benefiting you, not about what if this man loses everything moving forward? What if this company does happen to sue him? What if he is telling the truth and this company does sue him, and this motherfucker, since he's a Ninja Turtle, he does have to sleep in the sewer? Are you going to come and rescue me? No, you guys are going to be laughing, talking about me, talking about now he's homeless. Now he doesn't have anything. Come on, man. That's not cool, bro. You see?
And that has happened on the internet. That has happened on the internet with certain content creators. They lost everything. And yeah, it has happened. That's why you got to be mindful of cognizant of what you say. I've been slandered. Other people have been slandered for the most part. You know, it is what it is. So I know exactly what he's talking about when it comes to that.
Sitting on here lying to these people, you know, trying to paint me out to be a scammer just because I don't know. I'm ignorant of the law. I do not know. Let me figure this out real quick.
Okay, so I asked this before, but again, now that we've seen this part, so you're saying that the only reason why you're not giving the information about the job is because you are currently in a case or a legal negotiation with the said job
after the separation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's called severance pay. And again, I live in an and I'm not using this as no excuse. Bro, you guys are so investigators. I live in an at-will state. Do you know what that means? That means they do not have to have any reason to terminate your employment. Yeah. And another thing is, too, you guys, I am a convicted felon. Okay? I am a convicted felon. Hello, I'm not even supposed to be having these types of jobs. You guys are blowing this up so much to the point I'm not even going to be able to return back to the field.
And that's true, what he just said. That's true. In these certain states, what he did back then, they would not have took him in. So he's not lying about that. Even though Arizona is a blue state, it still has some conservative ways. Me being there, me staying at certain places, New Mexico, same thing. I'm telling you, it's not a game. It's a whole different environment than California, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, all you northern states. You have no clue how the South really runs. Totally different.
The GoFundMe money, that's all you have to do. But the way that you are now moving in totality with the other information that is coming out and will come out about you and your lifestyle is way more damning. It's way more ridiculous than I could have ever imagined. And what I thought was going to turn into a way to advocate for a man that was unjustly treated because of his presence on a game show has now turned into somehow you becoming the victim once asked to prove your particular situation. See, a man of integrity and truth.
I'm telling you, these male reactionary videos, man, they starting to become so effeminate, man. It has become effeminate. They doing a lot of these. See, they got to get the women's support. Remember, they got to get the women's support. Women support stuff like this, guys. When you talk about other men, listen to me very well. When you talk about other men, you shame other men, you downgrade them. MTR, no cap. I'm not being covetous. No cap. MTR had a particular woman on his channel that is in a high espionage. You hear me? She is working for the high-end government. And MTR had $30,000 on his Cash App. I'm not lying. That woman helped MTR get women on in his channel, right? The women's is sitting, not no $5, not no $2, not no $1, not no $10. women hitting them up with 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. A lot of these male content creators that's doing reactionary videos, women are hitting the Cash App higher than the men. I know what I'm talking about. Before these guys lied on me, said that I set them up, women were supporting heavy. When I went in on Pastor Dow, when I went in on certain guys, women were supporting me heavy, fellas. And I'm not talking about no $5, $10. We're talking about in a high numbers. You hear me? Women that running business, running certain agencies, they support those other male content creators. You dudes are not even giving half of what these women give on the Cash Apps and Super Chats. Listen, I'm going to keep it real. MTR is not going to lose his woman audience for no Weapon X, for none of you dudes. He don't care about none of you dudes. A lot of these male content creators is going the same trend that they knocked KS off for. However, Kevin Samuels, when he went a different route, more women supported him, and a lot of men on YouTube was jealous because a lot of women were supporting him. And what you're going to start seeing is a lot of these dudes are trying to cater to the women, just like how the women cater to the men, getting all this super chats. Yo, these women is hitting these dudes' Cash Apps 5, 6, 7 times. You think they care about you dudes? You dudes ain't making them no money on YouTube. Half of you guys, listen, half of you guys ain't even got the money the women got. That's why they going in on the men. They want to get that $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Get that high-end number. Whoo, man, you have no clue. MTR got 30,000 from the women on that Cash App. That's why he's going in on Weapon X more. You better pay attention. You think these dudes are your friend? You think these dudes are your friend on the internet? Man, when they start seeing women support you naturally, these dudes will set you up so they can get those women's pockets. Better pay attention, man.
Would jump at the opportunity to show me the evidence. But this is not how you're choosing to move. Therefore, I sense deception. I told you.
Okay. One thing, and again, we're neutral. I gotta keep stressing it. I don't know why I gotta keep saying it, but there's always gonna be somebody that hears what I'm saying and they immediately, you're defending. No. In our interview where you told us about your birthday weekend coming up, and you told us that you were having your birthday weekend coming up, and you had already reserved your spot and you were going to go out and celebrate. Now, That interview came out before the GoFundMe thing even was established. So when we saw the clip of Abba and Preach and we saw MTR say you were using the GoFundMe money, you're a scammer, it clicked with us because we were like, no, he was already mentioning this birthday situation way before the GoFundMe even became a thing. But I do remember him specifically talking about his plans was he was going to celebrate his birthday and he had already had his plans and everything invested.
I already knew that. He already had that before the Pop the Balloon show. He already had the money for that. So they apologizing, Cortez, because of technical difficulties. And I do believe they wish that it was no technical difficulties, because now people saying he lying, that he got the money from the Cash App, spending the money on the Cash App, making it rain. No, he already had that plan before Pop the Balloon and all that. So I do believe that.
He even said the amount he already put down on it.
And who are you to tell a man what to do with his hard-earned money? Okay, how I like to celebrate might not be how you like to celebrate. You like apples, I like oranges. We have two different tastes and two different perceptions on life. Who's to say your fruit is better than mine? I can celebrate however I choose to see fit. And, you should not be judging me. You guys are all so upset with me for living my life. I'm thankful, that I'm alive to see 30. I shouldn't be here. I should be in a casket. And by the grace of God, I'm still here today. So yeah, I want to celebrate a milestone like that in my life. I had the best time of my life that night, So if you don't like me because of that, you feel I'm irresponsible with money because I chose, to have fun with my money, then hey, man, it is what it is. You weren't for me to begin with.
Okay, let's move on.
You we were negotiating and I would get it to you, but do what you got to do. You already switched up on me. Shout out to the queen of accountability. She stepped into my live stream that I did yesterday, the Abba and Preach response live stream, and she super chatted that she was going to do additional work to understand the validity of his claims. And I want to play for you that conversation that I had with her.
Here we go.
Right now. All right, so I got the queen of accountability here who's done a lot more investigative work into what we have right here. So I wanted to bring her up and have a discussion regarding the things that she's found. But first and foremost, I'm hurt regarding this. To trust somebody based off of them telling you that, hey, this happened to me post the Pop the Balloon experiment, discussion, whatever you want to call it, game show. And then to go back and be asking him questions specifically about show me more information regarding your place of business, where you work, and then him to act that way. I'm just like, man, it's just pointing in a direction that it may not be true. So I want to chime in there. I can see why MTR is taking this stance, because I did see that when he went on the against Abba and Preach to address and say like, no, this was addressed in the interview and the Abba and Preach video came out. I will admit, MTR was facing heavy backlash because I was in the live stream. It was really, really bad backlash to the point where if I was him in this situation and this was my living, I think I would also have to, try to, put out some of the fires before they spread too fast. Now, I felt maybe this was urgency that he felt like he needed to address it like this, or who knows, because I feel like a lot of this that he's addressing in here, he could have easily just pulled you back for another interview in that situation. But that's just me speaking as a content creator, because I can get it. When you're facing that level of backlash, and some of these people who are backlashing on you are people that watch you, then it's like, okay, something's wrong, But
I'm gonna call it how I see it. Man, you are the quintessence of a simp, bro. You did not stand on business. I don't care what people think. I'ma stand, and when I stand on righteousness, I'ma stand on for what I believe to be right. Regardless, I don't care if I lose everything I own. If I know it's to be right, I'm going to stand on it, bro. You reneging like we playing spades, bro. You reneging. You in 24 hours, you singing a complete different tune just because people disapprove of what you said. But for you to be a mentor, for you to be an influencer, for you to be a content creator, you should keep continuing to put out your message and, not care who leaves your platform, who unsubscribes. Because if my message changes the lives of one person, hey, man, I did my job. I did some justice in my eyes, regardless of what they say, regardless of what they paint me out to be. My words have affected people. My words have impacted people. My slogan, "You are not qualified," has raised people's self-esteem. So we can continue on. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, we're gonna move on.
And that is very interesting you say that. Yeah. The women, listen, MTR is not going to lose that women support. He going to apologize to the women. He going to apologize because the women hit that cash app. They say, MTR, if you do not change your way, we're going to get on you. MTR don't want no smoke with these women. He don't want to smoke with these women. He ain't losing the cash app for you guys. You think he gonna lose the cash app for you YouTubers? Let me open up the panel. We're gonna do a continuation of this. Shout out to Cortez. This is a long one. So what I'm gonna do is do a part 2. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be on too long. We're gonna do a part 2. I know some people want to come on and talk about this. I know some people going to want to come on and talk about this. So let me put the link in the chat. Be respectful or I will remove you. Straight up. Be respectful or I will definitely remove you. I have no issue of doing that. I will remove you ASAP. Let me know y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. All right, let's see who comes on. Let's see who comes on and want to talk about this. I'm going to do a part 2 to this because they had a 2-hour show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be on too long right now. It's very nice outside. So let's see if CJ come on. Let's see if CJ comes on the panel and talk about this. Let's see who comes on and want to talk about this. Because if not, we'll do a part 2, you know, more likely later on. You know, we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Yep. I'm telling you, man, be careful with these YouTubers out here, man. They're not getting rid of that women support for you. Women, listen. Women support you heavy than these dudes do. Hold on, let me see something. You say you block. Let me check my settings. Let me see. I don't see. How will I know if you block? You can't hit the link? You can't hit the link at all? Oh, hold on. Okay, I got you. Try again. Try again. Try to see if you can hit the link now. I'll unblock you from the thing. Yeah, on the live screen. I unblock you on the live screen. You can come on the live screen now. You unblocked. CJ, what's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Janae,
What's up, CJ? What's up, Wallow?
all right, so I'm gonna let Janae Dre go first, CJ, and then I know you got some questions for me too. You want to respond to the video. Go ahead, Janae Dre.
Well, first of all, I don't know where to start because I kind of felt bad for the dude and stuff like that. I thought he was scamming because I saw the post on Angel Charms post where she said she saw the video of MTR, that panderous cut simp, talk about the dude's a scammer and all that. I was like, what? Man, that can't be true. This dude out here scamming, But then I come on here, you know I can't stand MTR the way he panders you know how a lot of these grifter panderers cut stems are on YouTube. I really can't stand them. I definitely don't listen to them. Opera preacher saying they're letting cut stems. Opera is gay and preach he a lame pander simp also and stuff like that. Yeah, he was talking he talked about his past and stuff like that, but there's just some certain things that you gotta be careful of what you put on here because people might take that and run with that it might use it against you. To be honest, he should have never went on that show. Should have never say he was a plumber or exposed some stuff like that. I don't know or get
That's like,
why.
hold on, Janae Drake. That's like me, what I did, going against my jurisdiction, dealing with that chick in the north, right? And look what happened. Went on a dude's platform, asking about my business. He could have asked me in person when he saw me. If you got a question, say it to me as a man in my face. They saw me, they could have asked questions right there. And I would explain to them why I can't talk about certain things. When you work for specific places, and you in the South, Janae, you have family members that work. There's certain companies that are not allowed to put out your personal information because you could sue the company. So more likely he's dealing with some important government contract that we're not aware of. It's not no public pummeling. You got people from the northern states that don't understand how the South move union-wise. They move differently than the North. You get what I'm saying? So like, okay, he'll be back. CJ, go ahead.
I get what these. All right, I'm handling business while I'm talking to you and stuff. So I'm just gonna stay on this stuff for a little hot minute. Okay. I don't believe anything Weapon X is saying, and it's my opinion. I don't think anything's gonna change from here's why. At first, I thought he was actually like, I felt bad for him. You feel me? Because like, who wants to lose their job and stuff like that, and how the Pop the Balloon show works. And then when I see him in these going on IG Live doing this and that, and the GoFundMe, like the GoFundMe raised my alarm a little bit more because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you say you made that type of money, this and that. You want to do a GoFundMe because supposedly you said you started it because people was asking you to set it up so they could send you money. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But other than the GoFundMe, different people, you already know the person I'm talking about. I don't want to say his name in channel because you don't deal with him. He was exposing them way more before MTR and all these people, and even AB, whatever his name is.
The people I just mentioned it earlier. I wouldn't be surprised. The people I don't rock with no more talk about it. We're not going to say the names.
Yeah,
because I don't deal with them no more.
Yeah, but respect to you.
Of course, they're going to talk about it. That's what they do. Of course.
So and then when his ex came out. And then I've been saying I even told you, Rollo, like last week. I said I believe the ex. I ain't for the lie. I wouldn't think because what I know about Spanish women and she's Spanish, they don't lie like that. You feel me? Compared to melanated people, you feel me? Even though we all the same kind and stuff. And I know she wasn't lying. It's something.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, hold on, Janae Drake. Let him finish his talking points, and then we get back to talking. Go ahead.
I knew in my spirit like she was not lying when she was talking about Weapon X, but in certain aspects she was not right either. So the relationship with Weapon X and his ex, there is toxic to begin with, and with his biggest mistake, I ain't for a lie, was going on MTR. We all know the situation at MTR, how he always taking L's. He took an L with Pearl. You feel me? When there's this Pearl lady that he had on his channel. I don't know when was this.
The women support him. Listen, CJ, he's not going to lose his women support for dudes. They don't support like women. You're talking to a guy that when you talk about certain men, hear me out, because I do content. I know exactly what I'm talking about. When I was going in on certain people, right? You notice I always say the ladies' names on the Cash App, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay. No, I'm not disrespecting guys because you guys support. I'm just keeping it real. When dudes basically ain't telling you, women support heavier when you go against certain men that they don't like. They will support you based on that.
Bro, I don't know, man. I think it's biased, man. I don't know, because at the end of the day, women have their own opinion, because women, there's logical women that makes sense than regular women. What I mean by that is there's women with way more common sense, with way more logic as us men, that understands every humanoid's perception, and there's also men with female tendencies that hate on other men, but there's other it just could be biased, fam. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Listen, he got pressured by that woman that came on the show who works for a high-end government, not no regular government, high-end government, and hit him off and say, you better go against this dude, or we're gonna bring consequences to your channel and pull out what you do behind the scenes.
Okay, if that's the case, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's his channel. That's what he has to do. But he ain't
gonna lose his women's support for you dudes.
Yeah, but his biggest mistake was going to MTR, man. Like, no lie. And you did
I agree with that.
And he did a 5-hour long live stream. Who knows what they were talking about during that live stream? His biggest mistake was going on that platform and try to do this and that. My thing about Weapon X, and I don't really understand, is even if it's a scam or not and stuff like that, upload, he should, I understand, like, okay, you have an attorney, this and that, who knows, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this is all shits and giggles to Weapon X, to be quite frank with you and honest with you, because at the end of the day, I'm thinking in the situation on both sides, because you're doing this and that, you got fired, because think about it, and I do have one of my homeboys who used to be doing plumbing and stuff. They do have a union. I'm not gonna hold you, so it's really hard for you to get fired from a plumbing business unless, you know what I'm saying, that you did something really out of the line, like outlandish, that they could fire you. So at the end of the day, like it could, I don't know what he did, because I wouldn't think like him going on Pop the Balloon and this and that, calling 5.
It had nothing to do with Pop the Balloon. It has a lot to do with the background. And I know the red states are very strict on hiring certain felony criminal that he did back then. There's some type of investigation going on prior to him going on Pop the Balloon. I stated that before, just being observant. The thing is, those women, what did I always tell you guys? Women do background checks on you. Did I not tell you that?
Yeah.
Did I not say that, Janae, for a long time?
Yeah.
Every woman you meet do background checks on you. The thing is, when they can't find what they really want to find, they get upset about it. So they already knew who he was when he got on the show. They already had everything lined up. And how did people find out? You know what's the crazy part? I told CJ, Janae, you probably was listening. I said, every time Rollo's going to talk about something, all these people I don't deal with no more is talking about it, because they don't have really nothing else to talk about. It's a trend on Black Messy YouTube. At the end of the day, gentlemen, hear what I'm saying. They're going to get upset. I don't care. Everybody was upset when Kevin Samuels changed the shift. They seen how much the money was coming in. I criticized KS at certain points, right? Everybody, yeah, Rollo, yeah. Only when you do what they do. Now, you think outside the box and you look at the whole thing, you get penalized. You play games. That's why I told CJ. I said, Janae, you said sinners. Why did Christ chose sinners? Why the Most High, his Father, was okay with it? You know what I learned, man? Moses, before he rose to power, he was a killer. Why did Most High chose a killer to lead the people out of
because Jesus loves everybody. He doesn't. It doesn't matter what you did, as long as you repent to Him and give His life to Him, then all your sins is forgiven. He doesn't look. He doesn't look at your past. He can care less about your past and what you do, but only you repent of your sins and give His life to Him.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on.
All right, me and Green is gonna talk for a little bit while you're on the phone, Rollo. You're right, Jay Green. But I think that we're missing the point of here exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about Weapon X and how he's handling things. In my opinion, I think he's handling wrong, and it's backfiring on him, because I feel like he's going to channel to explain what it is, and we're thinking like, okay, oh yeah, he's black, yes, we have a black person doing his thing, a righteous brother, this and that. And then when we start to figure out more and more about him, and then as more things come to the light, we really know what he is about. Do I agree with MTR and all these channels doing what they got to do just to bring them on the show just for using the clout? No, I don't. I mean, no, I don't agree with them, because at the end of the day, they're just clout chasers. But at the end of the day, I just feel like us as people, we need to look at both sides of the spectrum. We can't be tainted only black men and black women like that. At the end of the day, it has to be a far line in between. There is righteous brothers out here, and there's righteous women out here. And I just feel like at the end of the day, when we see situations like this, it's gonna be like, oh man, look at this melanated man again. This is why I be telling y'all, melanated men are dusties. And it's like, man, like, it really hurts me low key, because at the end of the day, there's melanated men like myself going out there doing what we got to do, ain't bothering no one. We out there trying to make a living. You feel me? And I understand we us melanated people like myself have families to feed, kids to feed, and at the end of the day, we just want to do what we got to do. And then looking at this situation, this is why like most men don't want to go on social media platforms, because at the end of the day, how we look at it, it could only break you and make you. I feel like if I'm Weapon X, I'm using these social platforms just to make my money and go about my business. I don't got time to go back and forth with no hoe or anyone else on this platform if they're not making me money. If they're gonna talk crap, that's all they're good for. His mistake was going back and forth with his females and going on platforms to make a case for himself, and it's backfiring on him, because at the end of the day, it's gonna make him look bad at the end of the day. But you could carry on with the situation, Green.
Exactly. Like,
Let me
why
say
would
this.
you?
Hold on, Janae Drake. I get what you guys saying. Here's the thing, right? Remember what I just said. When I was doing it, everybody, yeah. Until they couldn't have their way with me. What you got to understand, gentlemen. You said it, Janae Drake. Nobody's your friend on the internet.
Yeah.
Nobody. Because if you start doing things that they don't agree with, forget about how much they support you. Forget about how much they did for you. Everybody would turn their back on you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Now, you're gonna have a lot of people upset with Cortez. He's not kissing no one's behind. His wife is not kissing no one's behind. They have the receipt of him being a plumber.
Whoa, wait a minute. What is Taz doing back on YouTube? I thought they removed him. He shouldn't be back on YouTube, right?
Listen, it's up to him if he want to be back on YouTube to clear up his name. That's up to him. Weapon S is the pop the balloon guy, Pure Butterfly, that everybody's talking about. He's the talk of the town for the next 2 weeks. And then somebody else next month. Somebody else next month. He's the talk of the town right now.
All right.
Everybody that's talking about him is making money. I'm not making no money off this. Let me tell you something. I make money off of certain things that I broke down, but when it comes to this, I ain't making no money. I get the views. I'm not going to sit here and say I ain't going to get the views. Of course I'm going to get the views. Probably get 200, 300, maybe 1,000. Who knows? The thing is, the women are putting pressure on these dudes on the internet. You got to understand, when you have a big audience, majority of that are women. You got women using male account names to support these guys. And somebody admitted that on one of their content. Use my talking point. Oh, yeah. O'Shea Du Jackson. O'Shea Du Jackson used my talking point that Tommy Sotomayor is going in message Tommy back and forth. Yeah, that's my talking point. Just like how some of those people over there that I don't rock with, they come in with troll account names.
I wish you two would have found a way to deal with it. Huh?
This YouTube is so messy. Black YouTube is so messy, it's not even funny, bro.
Yeah. It's becoming more messy by the day.
And a lot of men are doing more reactions because that's where the money is at. That's some serious. If you know how to talk a good game, you can make a lot of money on here. It's not about truth. It's not about lies. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. It's not about who's right, who's wrong. Both sides is making money. Can we both agree on that?
Agree.
CJ?
Yeah, I agree.
You think they're going to do this for free?
Of course
No.
not. The money. That's why you see MTR having Weapon X in the first place, because at the end of the day he needs to make his money. And then, all right,
If MTR knew that was a money grab, that's why he did it. He made a lot of money on that, and plus cash apps we don't even know about. So, and the other person in question, he's making money. Everybody's making money off this. If they wasn't making money, you think they're gonna be doing videos about it?
oh hell
No.
They just react to different stuff they need to work on, 100%. But my thing is with this, if I'm Weapon X and if I'm in the shoes, I would never put on myself on the internet as much as we can. You can live your life, do what you got to do. Hey, by all means, you're a grown ass man. Do what you got to do. But a right common sense man would not put himself in many platforms and situations to get even exposed more. Because the more platforms you go to, you thinking in your mind, oh yeah, they're my best friends. Yeah, I could tell them anything. And you give it
He learned his lesson. Ain't no friends on this goddamn internet.
exactly. You're freaking
I
talking.
never ever put myself on the internet like that. Unless it's something I'm doing for fun.
Look how many relationships have broke up over the last 2 years on this internet. And I told people, a lot of people's marriages is not the same and all that. Look at all the breakups we've been through, Janae.
Yeah. Yeah, me and you had argument, me, Danini, and Warren. It was some good times, man. You was kind of mad at us and stuff like that. You kept blocking us, but it was fun times, man. And you kind of got mad for no reason. I was like, man, what's wrong with Wallow? And you blocked me on live stream, but I ain't doing nothing to him. Yeah. You was kind of going like off the walkers like berserk. Like
Everybody always want that Rollo back. That's the crazy part. You know, Janae Drake, they don't like this Rollo now. They don't like this Rollo.
Everybody changed, everybody grows. That's just life.
That was the old, CJ, you don't know the old Rollo, man. Janae will tell you, I used to go in, man. On him, other people he mentioned. I went in, they went in on me. I went in on them. Heavy.
Yeah, he did.
I used to be a good roaster, man. They was roasting me too. I didn't go as far as, I said a lot of things they didn't like. They said a lot of things. Man, it was crazy back in the days, man.
That was in 2019.
Yeah.
I was still in my 20s. I'm 31 years old now.
Cortez, what's going on, man? If you got a minute, brother, I'm gonna put the link for you. I know you had I'm doing a part 2 to your video, man. I want to say this to you on the panel, man. I want to say this to you on the panel because, like I stated, CJ and Janae could back up, bro. Get ready. They coming. you got people that I don't rock with talking about y'all, man. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy because they found the only reason why most people know about your channel, the people I don't rock with no more, is because I put your name in the title. It's crazy, man. What's going on, Cortez?
Hey, how you doing, big dog?
What's up, Cortez?
I gotta clear this up because my name is getting butchered. It's just Kite. You can just call me Kite.
Oh, what's up, Kite?
Yeah. How y'all doing?
Hey, Cortez, bro. I did a 34. I got to do this a 2-hour video. I'm out the country. I'm having so much fun, man. I got to get back to the remaining of it. I just want to say to you, man. Remember, I said to you, man, that your name is going to go throughout the algorithm, throughout the world, man. The different parts of the world is talking about your content, man. And then you got these wannabe clicks YouTubers trying to say that you basically say you have certain receipts that cannot be displayed for various reasons. Now I want to ask you this question. Because I do contracts. I know he does government contracts. I don't want to get into all that. But when you have a government contract, they cannot put your business out there because they could get sued. Right. Or they could sue him if he put out certain information too. So these YouTubers don't understand the business of business. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So
and, for the stuff that because if you watch the video, you notice there was a point I almost slipped up and I almost put his business out there, and I had to kind of like second guess myself because it's like even like trying to break it down for y'all, it's like I don't want it to like, okay. Let's say in a parallel universe, a version of me and a version of him have seen the information pertaining to his situation in that parallel universe. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's why I'm
speaking. Because when initially when MTR dropped the video, and it's no that I hope people don't perceive our interview as us trying to bury MTR. That's not what we're trying to do. I don't want, but people are gonna take it what they want to take it. He had reached out to us because he didn't know MTR even dropped the video, and I told him and I said, "Hey, gang, MTR put this out. I'm not gonna lie. You need to start coming up with some type of receipts or something because this is going to look very bad on your end." And he was like, "Oh, well, like, can you explain it to me?" And I was like, "I'm going to be real with you, dog. Like, me trying to sit here and explain it to you is not going to help you. Like, this is something that is you need to address, or you can choose to ignore it. But either way, it's there. People want to start seeing evidence. They want to start seeing that you have proof that you were a plumber. They want to start seeing proof that you did humanitarian work. They want to see proof that you weren't using the GoFundMe stuff. They want to see proof that you really got fired." Upon me bringing these up to him, he did. See, I almost slipped up again. Okay. In his parallel universe, the information pertaining to his parallel job situation was shown for about 3 seconds. You get what I'm saying? So it's there in that universe. Okay, it's there. So, like, it just sucks when we did the video because there's so much stuff that we actually wanted to put in there. But when you hear the ramifications of, like, when you read the terms of his parallel universe, like if he spoke about that parallel company, it doesn't matter how much money on YouTube I make, I would never be able to help him pay that off. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to help him pay that off. It's worth more than my house at this point.
Let me say this, right? I had a particular YouTuber that I dealt with this chick, and he asked her personal questions about the contract that I had because I travel back and forth. I could do whatever I want to do, right?
Right.
If I was to say what type of government contract I was doing, they could take me to the cleanest. I could do serious time.
Right.
That's why I know Aaron is doing something serious. He's not no regular plumber out of respect to people. He's not no regular plumber because if he was a regular plumber, it'd be different. He's working for a certain government contract. I know how Arizona is because I was in Arizona.
Right.
And you got these people from other states that don't know how these states really run. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
All they care about is getting their money and getting these cash apps. Both sides. The holier than thou people and not the holier than thou people. They just getting their views. That's how YouTube is. They don't care about his situation if he put out who they really are. So whoever this chick trying to call, they're not going to tell the information because they could get in trouble.
Right. And that's the thing that a lot of people are like, I understand MTR wanting to, you know, him wanting his credibility not be questioned. And I get that. But one thing me and my wife talked about after we did the interview was we're dealing with legal things on our own terms, right? We have a situation with an employer and stuff like that. So we're dealing with our own legal stuff. One thing is our lawyers and attorneys and stuff, they don't communicate with us Friday through Sunday. There's no communication. They communicate with us Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Mondays, maybe. And so when we were listening to the MTR thing and he told him on Friday, hey, I'll provide you some proof. But then on Monday, he said, yo, where's the proof at? And he said, I got to speak to an attorney. For us, it made sense because we're like, yeah, because he couldn't have talked to the attorney on Fridays or Sunday. Most firms are in fact closed at that time.
Right.
So, and if you break it down to a business aspect, he wasn't even given 3 business days to provide evidence, technically. So I was like, okay, you know, I get MTR's position, but Aaron, I also get his position because that was not enough time to really speak with a legal advisor about anything.
Weapon X did the right thing by going to a legal because these people would not be able to afford what they could do to him. You think going to jail is bad. Let me tell you guys something. When you deal with these elitists and they get on you, ain't no going back. Ain't no savior. Ain't nobody have the money they have. They don't even deal with money. So for him to get that opportunity to be in something like that, and because of his past background, they saw something in him that the ordinary companies did not see in him. Right. It's just like Christ. Christ hung out with criminals that did some bad things to their own people and to other people. Right. But nobody wants to talk about that. Everybody wants to say they holier than thou and I'm clean. I never been locked up and I ain't do this, I ain't do that. But there's too much girliness going on, man. It's a lot of men becoming girly on this internet, man, instead of having a balance about the situation.
And all I can say is, even with our video, because if you go there right now, we're getting blown up with comments. There's people agreeing with it. There's people calling us, you know, we're using them and all that. At the end of the day, I'm stressing to all the people that watch my content. It was already set in our video. Me and my wife did not want any part of this situation because once we start seeing all the news come up, it's in our video. We specifically said, yo, this is beyond us. We don't want to be a part of it. Now, the only reason why we even interviewed him this time and also have reached out to the ex is because both of them have both spoken to us about it. And so the ex and him, he wants to clear up those rumors that the ex is saying, and the ex wants to see her side. So all I can do is just, if my audience wants to know it, here's it. And I'm trying to be as unbiased and keep my opinion out of it as I can.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're listening to these things and you're sitting in a call for 2 hours, it's hard to not like voice your opinion about it. But all I can tell people is please just like, if y'all are that curious and that invested, you know, look up the information yourself. A lot of that information on that video is stuff that you can find online. The fact that the queen of queen of accountability and all that, even just watching MTR's video when she was making claims like, oh, he's not even a real plumber, he's just a workout guy. I checked his Facebook. that same moment she said that, me and my wife opened up Instagram, and proof that Aaron was a plumber was all over his Instagram. So I'm like, bro, are we really doing research, or are we just saying stuff? You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
information is important.
Yeah.
People just like this.
Hold on, Janae. Let me say this, Cortez. He got pressure, and I'm saying it. Y'all not saying this. I'm saying it. He got pressure by his women supporters, MTR, because they are the majority of his cash apps, and a lot of those men are women supporters supporting his stream. See, I've been in this YouTube for a long time, and I'm one of the guys that talk about the skit community, a lot of fake relationships, a lot of people ain't who they say they are, and not everybody is doing it. You see it come to Val. So he got pressured by this chick who is in a higher government, by the way. She is. And so whoever she called ain't going to give the information because he is in a certain company that cannot give out their clients. It's just like the old mob days or certain politicians. You won't even know there's certain politicians that have friends that do work for them and hire them, and it's not even on the listing. They protected them for a reason.
Right.
Certain companies cannot leak out certain information, just like you don't want us to leak certain information about you. Do not leak certain information about me.
Right.
He's going about it the right way because they took a risk of taking him in, whoever this company is. They took a risk.
And it's just there's a lot of stuff that was discussed even after the interview was over. There was a conversation that was had, basically, of me breaking it down with my wife and him that, like, hey man, listen, if this stuff comes out and it's you are guilty of whatever, like, we don't expect us to slide for you, because at the end of the day, we have to, for interviews to be authentic, we have to be as unbiased as possible. Because if we get on here and we gas you up and we praise you and all that, then one, that ruins the authenticity of the interview. It makes it look like you're coming to friends to get help for this problem. And as much as we did 2 videos together, we're not your friends. We're the people that work with you. And so we stress that to him, like, we can't be the thing that says, like, oh, he's innocent. So that's why I had to put multiple times in the video. Do the research for yourself. If you find out he's guilty, more power to you. If you find out he's innocent, more power to you. But do the research yourself. And on the internet, people, I guess they just don't want to do the research.
No, they don't. They don't.
Interesting.
They're very lazy.
No, they just like to run their mouths for no reason. That's why they don't want to do research. They just take whatever people say, just run with it without doing research because they like gossip and drama and bullshit. That's the problem with a lot of people. They don't want to think for themselves.
Yeah.
Because they have fucked up brains.
Oh, that's another thing. A lot of people on this internet don't have friends, and that was his biggest mistake too. That he said with MTR busybody showing the receipts behind the scenes. Ain't no friends on no internet, man.
Right.
Nope.
I know that from experience.
Yeah, I've been saying that, man. His biggest mistake was going on these other platforms trying to explain his case, and you're not gonna explain the case to everyone, man. The more you go on these platforms, the more that people's gonna try to go into you like that. Why you think when you go to these court systems and stuff like that, be careful like who you explain certain details to, because people's gonna find out either way what the situation is. You feel me? That's all I'm gonna say, man. But there's certain YouTubers other than MTR and this other person they talk about, ABA, wherever their name is, and respect to Rollo. I don't want to say his name because he been on that case for a little while with Weapon X. He been going out some good statements about about Weapon X, about like how he's this and that. So you know what I'm saying? Respect to that brother, you feel me? He's doing his thing, but that's all I'm gonna say about the Weapon X situation.
Oh, I thought you was talking about Alvin Preach. My bad.
No, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't I know that was her name, but like before Alvin, before that person you were saying, there was another YouTuber, out of just like I said, out of respect to Rollo. Rollo probably knows what I'm talking about. he been on the case with Weapon X, and he been doing his research and then telling the audience about his statements about Weapon X and stuff.
That particular YouTuber stayed in New York City. It's a totally different situation that when you're in Arizona. I know I was in Arizona. Just like there's certain public, your friend probably do public plumbing, CJ. But if it's government, humanitarian stuff you do, they cannot put your name out there. They have to protect you. There's reasons to this. A lot of people don't know there's a difference between government and non-government work, man. Working
one thing,
is not in comparison to what this dude was doing. It's different ball against the economy, y'all. That's why you got to be careful. See, when he went on Pop the Balloon show, and I'm gonna say this, Cortez, when he went on Pop the Balloon show, everybody, the people that knew him before and the people on the internet kind of knew who he was. He knew exactly what he was getting himself into. He didn't know it was going to go to this point. So when the time comes, he will explain everything when the time comes. And here's another thing with so-called black people I don't like. You want everybody to rush certain information. However, what about your information?
Right.
yeah,
So-called black people love to get a quick response. But if something happens to that person, you will not go to their funeral, Lord forbid. You will not even put a nickel in their pocket if they get persecuted. Who turned on Christ? It wasn't the Gentiles. It's your own people.
yep.
Your own people will put you to the cross and then talk about white supremacy. White supremacy. No. The first clan was black.
Yep.
The first
And not to,
was a black Republican.
yeah. And not to mention there was black slave owners. And their own people sold their own people the slavery to the white men. That's why I figured out. But some black folks don't want to accept it, so they're gonna live in denial, whatever. I don't listen to fake pro-rex, whatever they talk about, because they fake themselves.
Yeah.
The one thing that I learned the most is that it's not about skin color, it's about your personality, your character. That's what they don't want to accept. They don't want to accept the reality of the character, how they act. But yet they want us to take it serious what they say. You wonder why other ways some people are laughing at us like with a bunch of laughing stocks. They don't give two shits about us. They just laugh at us. Laugh at destroying ourselves, doing this and that to each other. That's why other nationalities of people coming into this country taking over and stuff. Just like you say your old channel. Internationally, other races of people coming over this country internationally, and you was right. I remember you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
I'm just okay, hold on, Janadrin. I'm like this. If you're not into what the person is saying, then why interview them? Then why get their side? Because it's all about the money. I'm not kissing no one's behind. I don't kiss no one's behind on the internet. And I'm not saying you, Cortez. I'm just saying in general. Yeah. I don't kiss no one's behind on the internet. Because when you do that and you don't do what they say, they turn their back on you just as quickly as the people in the chat do. That's why I said 2 Weapon X, if you're listening, you could go on anybody's channel you want to. Do your background check on them before you go on their channel. Because they not care about you, man. They're about to getting that money, getting them views. Good publicity or bad publicity. When they turn this off, they laugh into the bank.
Right.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
Just like when they talked about me back in the days, or last month and a half. They made a lot of money off of me, slandering me.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up.
It is what it is, man.
Right.
And I hope I hope Cortez, y'all do get the woman and the guy on, you know what I'm saying, in the future. Because I want to hear them both talk face to face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. And that's all we really waiting on is
yeah.
We waiting on her to reach back if she wants to do it. If she don't want to do it, we're not gonna force that lady to do it.
Yeah, not force her, yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, that's the last thing we would want is somebody to feel like they had to go on an interview because the world was telling them. But we bringing it up because you saw when we first put that first video out, like we had people in there, you guys did this, you guys are biased, you guys are this, why didn't you do this? And it's just like, bro, we can't make everybody happy, man. Like we didn't even know the lady existed until that video dropped, and then everybody was coming up with these allegations. So it's just like at the end of the day, if she don't want to do it, I'm not gonna be mad that, you know, if he come on there and talk his talk because she didn't show up, I can't be mad. You know, you had the window to be there, you had the window to tell your story. If you don't tell your story, it's like I can't force you, I can't save you either. So it's like, you know, just stand on business, stand on the fact.
You know what's the crazy part about the whole situation? He admitted that he was in love. And I always tell guys, man, respectfully, I do not fall in love with no woman. After what I've been through, I told myself, I don't go by what a woman say, I go by what she does. That will determine if I want to stay with her or not.
Yeah. No.
Even the Bible tells you, hold on, Janadra. Even the Bible tells you, give not all to that woman, for she destroyeth kings. And that's what happened to him. He trusted her. He trusts too many people, and it burned him. You cannot trust nobody. You should learn that from the streets. When you was in the streets, and I was in the streets, I didn't trust nobody. I don't care if it was my girlfriend. I don't care if it was my homeboy, we dapping. Yo, that dude could turn on me just to give him my girl and lock me up. You got to use the same mentality on the internet and also doing business. You can't trust nobody.
Yeah. Guys, no disrespect to you, because I know you're married, and some marriage lasts a lifetime, and some don't. That's why men who send for women and stuff like that go through his marriage to divorce court and stuff like that, and then they end up killing the woman and stuff like that. Some guys just don't know how to control emotions and don't know how to set rejection. That's how their woman betrayed them. I've seen it happen a lot of times. I watch true crime videos and stuff like that. A woman get killed left and right. Sometimes women kill their own partners. This DV situation is out of control. That's why I don't pay attention to marriage and stuff like that. Not talking about your marriage, because I know some marriages last a lifetime. That's the only reason I'm not married. You got a lot of women out here that can't be trusted. You got a lot of women out here that can't be trusted. No offense to you and stuff like that.
No taking, man. No taking.
I see.
Know how to separate myself from.
I see what marriage is. I see what marriage is done. But sooner or later, your woman go turn their back on you and stuff like that. Take you to court and put you on child support. You lose plenty of money and stuff like that. And then something happens, you lose it, and you end up killing her and stuff like that. I see it happen with a lot of men who just go on a wage mode, hockey man's time, and stuff like that. That's why I watch plenty of black pill videos. I watch some red pill videos and stuff like that. But they talk about they don't want to deal with these women and stuff. But they talk about trying to get with women, try to do something to fix the woman. You can't fix these women out there. A lot of these women out here are unhinged, man. They gone off the deep end. Our black women are gone, man. It's what it is. But with you, your woman, I know y'all marriage gonna last a lifetime. I'm just talking about other people's marriage in general.
Let him talk, Adrian. Let him talk.
Okay.
Oh no, I was listening to him. He was talking his talk, man. I was listening.
Okay.
To him.
Yeah, I know your marriage gonna last a lifetime. So that's the reason why I haven't been married in years, because I know where it can lead to. I'm just saying. To me, marriage is overweight. It's just a business. Ain't nothing but a piece of paper. If I get married, she got to sign the prenup. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. To me, she got to sign the prenup, or you ain't getting none. You ain't getting a dime from me or nothing. We ain't get married. If I really get married, probably be overseas, but I would be married to the one who's truly down for me, to the one who fulfill to the one who fulfill my need. But she's into something that I'm into. And we
Right.
both have something in common and stuff like that. That's why a lot of men going overseas get married. And I know there's a lot of tricky and stuff like that. I was thinking about getting my passport as well as soon as I win the scratch off and loud, but it takes a long process for me to do that, for me to get a passport and stuff like that. So I don't want to get married here in America. It's just too much. You see what's happening in America these days with crooked, slow Biden, Kamala, whatever. They are putting this country into a shithole, man. And
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's why I ain't getting married in America. If I do, it'll be overseas. I'm be married to the one who I'm truly in love with, that accept me for all my flaws and that accept me for all my flaws that she's truly down with me no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. Because at the end of the day, it's all about finding. It's hard to find people that you can really trust in these relationships, and I get why a lot of people don't want to get married. There's too many instances of people putting they all in, and then it backfiring. You know, like you said, they end up getting caught in situations, losing everything. You can't trust them. So I do get why some people don't want to marry Western girls. I see all that, and it makes sense. So I don't feel like you're wrong for how you feel. But I will say is just I feel like every person at least just pray and talk to God about your situation. That's the only thing I can give for these situations. I got lucky enough. I got married at 19, so a lot of the stuff that you guys are experiencing and y'all dating in the dating world, I didn't have to go through. You know what I'm saying? So I can't sit there and validate or invalidate how people feel about the dating game. You know what I'm saying?
No. You got a good woman, man. Y'all been married for like what, 20 years?
We just celebrated our 7th year anniversary yesterday.
Yeah, so make sure you hold on to that good woman. Make sure you hold on to that good woman, man. Y'all have a good relationship. It might not be perfect, but at least y'all hold on to each other. Make sure y'all not in a bad spot. You know, but me, I'm not like one of these stupid, simp ass niggas out here trying to break up relationship or marriages. That's how a lot of dudes get killed out here. That's not me. I ain't never done that. I'm different from a lot of these guys out here.
Right. All right, y'all. Well, hey, I'm glad I got to speak with y'all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no doubt, Cortez, man. Appreciate you coming on, man. I'm going to do the remaining. I don't need the 34 minutes of it because, like I say, I'm about to go back out and have a good time. We'll do a part 2 later on. You know, continue to do the reaction to it because I'm looking forward to hearing his side. What y'all talking about. So far, so good, man. Now you're gonna have folks say his thing is fake. His idea is fake. It's not fake. He just cannot show everything due to.
Well, it already got leaked. The queen of accountability. She already posted it. It's on the pinned comment in my on my video.
What?
Yeah, she posted. She posted his whole license, everything. He called her out on it, but it shows his what state he got it. It shows his expiration date.
Oh,
yeah,
no!
So it's there. It's on my pinned comment. Plus, yeah. So it's getting a messy situation. That's why I said for the people that watch me, support me, I'm gonna just give y'all the.
I guarantee you shouldn't shout you out. I guarantee you shouldn't shout you out.
Nah, nobody ever will. There's a lot. It's crazy because I saw a lot of.
Remember I told you that? Remember I told you that?
Yeah, you did. You was 100% right because there was a lot of people that I looked on their pages. They were using our video. They were talking on our points. I ain't see no. You know, YouTube had to notify me because YouTube will alert you if they feel like they somebody's using your content.
Your recommendation, yeah.
So it'll tell me. So I see these people and it's like there's people like there was a guy that was using one of my talking points in his video, like literally my talking points, and he was like, "But I'm the only one saying this. I'm the only one who's really out here saying it." And I'm just like, "Oh, all right." Like,
I got an idea who you talking about. Yeah.
it's all
Yo,
good.
You should report.
You know what's crazy? Everybody knew about your channel. When I did, it's not to say I'm not trying to get all the glory. When I mentioned you, all of a sudden, all these other YouTubers that I used to talk to, I don't talk to no more, in that other space, now they act like you, they mad you got the first interview, man. That's not your fault.
Yeah.
He came to you. He came to your wife respectfully. They just had a conversation about the Pop the Balloon. And they crazy behind wanted to go further than the Pop the Balloon show. That's Black YouTube for you.
That's it. So
All these private investigators, they're not private investigators, but saying that this man is not a plumber.
yeah,
This
man,
shit is
I'm gonna
just
head on
cray
out.
cray.
I gotta go do some more stuff with the family. But hey, much love.
All right.
Peace. Shout out to y'all channels. You know, if y'all see,
I'm gonna
y'all
head
catch
out too.
me here.
One thing about me, Cortez, I always show love to the people who start something first. They don't have to like me, them other YouTubers, but I always show love to who I get the information from.
Yeah, I feel it. Hey man, y'all be up. Hey, all the people watching, don't forget to like and subscribe to the page. Support your boy Floridian Rollo. Hey man, shout out to Janadian Green.
Janasia Green. Just call me Nate.
Yep, got you, big dog. Hey, much love to y'all. Y'all be easy out here, all right?
I'm gonna get on too. Peace, well, take care.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna get on out of here. Pure, he admitted that he stalked his ex-girlfriend. They're gonna eventually talk on Cortez channel. When, I don't know. When she gonna come on the channel and when he gonna come on the channel. I'm gonna get on out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for liking the video. If you want to support the Cash App is pinned to the top. It is what it is. I'm gonna get on out of here. Y'all take it easy. I'll be back on later on to do a part 2 of it. So I'm out. Peace.